Investigations into a crash that killed 4 people at Pine Lodge yesterday afternoon near the northern Victorian city of Shepparton is expected to take days. A sedan and a four-wheel drive utility collided in a remote area where the speed limit is 100 kilometres an hour. And joining me live is Shepparton Mayor Shane Sali. Mayor, thanks so much for your time. 4 passengers of the sedan died. The driver undergoing surgery after being airlifted to hospital. The driver of the ute, he's a man in his 20s, taken to Goulburn Valley Health Hospital with minor injuries. It's a horrific accident for the community there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, when the news broke late yesterday afternoon, it was extremely devastating, and information is still limited at this point. Obviously, you mentioned 4 lives have been lost, which is tragic, and I can only imagine how the families connected to those individuals are feeling at this particular point. And look, I'm still personally unaware of the 6 that are involved in the accident are connected to Greater Shepparton, or if they're people that were just driving through the area and had the accident within Greater Shepparton. So, yeah, very devastating, and not the news that we wanted to have going into the night last night.
This occurred at an intersection in a high-speed area. The scene, by any stretch of the imagination, would have been confronting for those first responders last night.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that could prepare those first responders, and that's who you feel for as well, that they have to go out there and obviously deal with this and undergo an investigation now, and council will become involved with anything that may be required beyond the investigation, with any possible infrastructure upgrades or any other safety measures that perhaps could offer a better driving experience there as well. But at this point, information is still quite limited, and we're ready to assist in any way we possibly can.
Yeah, as you say, it's early days and those talks can happen later, but this investigation is expected to take a number of days. But this is a quiet area. I mean, do we have any idea what may be a contributing factor?
No, look, at this point, it's a rural road, within a regional centre. So, look, it's not a high traffic volume area. It does still, though, carry a lot of local traffic, though, as well through that particular point, but, compared to your main arterial routes. But that doesn't make it any easier to accept. It probably makes it a little bit harder to understand how this can happen with limited traffic. But police are undergoing their investigation, as you mentioned, and over the course of the next few days into next week, I'm sure more information will be available.
There was another fatal collision that occurred near Sale on the Princes Highway early this morning. A male driver died in that accident, and he died at the scene. This is really not a great start to the year for your region, is it, on the roads?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, look, any loss of life is devastating, and especially when it happens here in your own backyard as well. And, we've just been through a significant flood event as well. So it's been a very challenging time for our community, and obviously heading into the new year, we're only a few days in now. This is not the news you want, but together, we support those that will be facing the challenge of grieving at this particular point, and we'll do all we can moving forward.
After the flooding of this year, what are the roads looking like in your region?
Yeah, look, a lot of the main infrastructure that was damaged through the floods has been repaired, which is great. These areas in particular where this accident took place wasn't impacted by the flood event. So I'm not sure if there were any issues with the particular road, but that wasn't impacted by the flood. But most of the roads, if not all, have been upgraded. There's ongoing maintenance that is always taking place, but main infrastructure is as good as it was beforehand.
Mayor, we really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on the program.
Thanks for having a chat.